Today, I've got a special treat for you. We are in a fantastic Greek restaurant, close to the seaside. It is sunset. A great smell comes from the kitchen. Something delicious has been cooking. But before we dive into the mouth-watering dishes, before we even order, we want to make sure that you don't end up with an unexpected bill at the end. So here are 7 tips on how to avoid getting scammed and pay more when you are visiting a Greek restaurant. We remember the horror stories of social media of people getting scammed and then posting online. But were they really scammed, or were they not as informed as they should have been? Because in this channel we take food and nutrition very seriously, offering tips about our everyday food, like how we store butter on the counter, discussing healthy recipes like how we make butter bulletproof coffee, and explaining difficult concepts like how coffee is decaffeinated. So if this is up your alley, please subscribe and press and smash the notification bell for not to miss any upcoming videos. 7 tips, here we go. Tip number 1, use common sense, common logic. Everyone knows the most expensive luxury first Greek islands. Everyone can recognize a fancy posh restaurant compared to others in the vicinity, right? The location, the view, the decoration, the outside feel of the restaurant, the way staff behaves, and of course the menu. All of these are clues. There should be a choice suitable for your budget, but can you identify it before you enter? Use common sense and manage expectation. Tip number 2, do your research. If you are not a spontaneous person and you don't mind a bit of groundwork, it is not a bad idea to do your homework. Before you even step foot in the restaurant of the area, check online, reviews and ratings. Sites like Google Maps, Apple, Yelp, and TripAdvisor can be a great resource. In this way, you get a sense of the restaurant's reputation and what to expect. Tip number 3, don't take anything you have heard at face value. In most places, there is someone trying to invite you inside, but it is not embarrassing to just look at the displayed menu. This is very important. Ask for the menu as proof. If they are verbally asking you to order without the menu, that's not good. Must be provided the menu in English. Don't commit until you see the menu. You can always walk away, remember. In some places, they might charge you for couvert, we call it, which is a minimum charge applied per person in every order, which can be normally €2. This is only if they already brought you bread, water, cutlery. But let's not start negatively. You are seated, it's a lovely place, it's a cozy place. Now you take your time to study the menu. Make sure you understand the pricing and the portion sizes. Not all menus have portions in grams or pounds. If something seems too expensive or too small for the price, don't hesitate to ask your server for clarification. A reputable restaurant will always be transparent about their prices. Again, common sense. A fresh fish cannot cost €15 per portion. Is it probably per 100 grams, which is a tiny, tiny portion? Recognize the cuts. In some restaurants, the cuts is the price of the drinks. For example, a choice of Ouzo versus another cheaper one can shoot the price up. The same with wine. Usually the in-house wine is cheaper than the bottled one. Avoid the sugary one, Brusco, Semi, as you tend to drink more and hits you harder in the head and in the pocket. In other restaurants, the catch is the special dishes. Greek restaurants often have daily specials and tempting extras like appetizers or drinks. So before ordering, ask about the specials. Great idea to explore new dishes and possibly save some money, but be cautious because unexpected extras the server might suggest that you didn't ask for can arrive. Special dish can be wild fish, the daily catch as they say, but fresh fish can be stupidly expensive, over €100 per kilo. Even a moderate size to large fish is about 500 grams, but usually more than one person could eat from it. As we said in another video about Greek food, tend to order a portion of small fish, small fresh fish. Go and watch this video after you see this one because it complements it perfectly. But to be fair, in almost all the places there isn't any catch. Just a fair transaction. They provide a service and you pay for the service. Plain and simple. Tip 5. Ask and observe the locals. Your hotel or bed and breakfast can make a very good recommendation. Trust them. Another rule that is very good and doesn't fail is picking places where locals go. They will know more about the venues and the food. See a lot of people in a restaurant? Jump in! Tip 6. Keep an eye on the bill. When it's time to pay the bill, review it carefully. Make sure everything you order is reflected accurately in this bill. If there are any discrepancies, politely ask your server for clarification. Mistakes can happen, but it is essential to ensure that you are not overcharged. Tip 7. Trust your gut and speak up. Finally, trust your instincts. If something feels off about the restaurant, the service, or the bill, don't be afraid to speak up, as we said. You should feel comfortable and confident in your dining experience. If you are being pressurized into expensive items or feel that something is amiss, it's perfectly fine to voice your concerns early. At the end of the day, I would say that it is mostly your fault if you overpay rather than the restaurant's fault. It is a holiday destination. Some services are upmarketed to a specific audience, where others are not. The room with a view in your hotel costs more than the other ones overlooking the forest, right? Or the back of the other building. Remember, the expensive restaurant must pay for a better rent, better staff, hopefully better trained people or with more experience, better produce. So the owner must earn their annual income in 5 months of work. Usually, there's a choice for every budget, as I say. And there you have it, folks, tips to help you enjoy a delicious meal at a Greek restaurant without breaking the bank or falling victim to any scams. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe for more foodie adventures. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next video. Bye! And enjoy your food. Enjoy your time in Greece, right? Look at the weather here, guys. Imagine a Greek island, eh? I can imagine some places I would rather be right now,